Colin had noticed the odd scent, but didn't think anything of it until the next morning, when his father delivered the news that grandfather had died overnight. He smelled it again when he was summoned home from Cambridge to his father's sick bed. Then, too, for just an instant, he had felt like a schoolboy stunned by his first loss. He shook off the feeling and approached the Queen. Her enormous bed faced windows with a sweeping view of the countryside, a stark contrast to the paintings on the walls, nearly all of which depicted religious subjects. She was sitting, propped up by pillows, beneath a favourite portrait of her long-dead husband and a memorial wreath. Her eyes, dull, stared ahead, and he wondered if she knew he'd entered the room. "Your Majesty," he said, his voice low as he bowed. "You asked to see me." She managed a half-smile and nodded. "There are things I would like to settle, but I fear I shall not be given enough time to accomplish them all." She coughed, cleared her throat, and motioned for him to give her the glass of water sitting on her bedside table. He held it to her lips as she drank, swallowing with difficulty. "One never knows, does one, what shall happen in the end, my dear Albert." Sir James Reed, her physician, standing on the other side of the canopied bed, met Colin's eyes and shook his head, exhaustion and worry writ on his face. "How can I assist, ma'am?" Colin asked. So much to be done," she said. "And the dogs? I do not see them. Are they here?" "No, ma'am, they are not," Sir James said. "Shall I have them brought to you?" "Why are you here?" Her voice, though weak, grated with a tone of scathing disapproval. "We are not in need of your services. I must speak to Mr. Hargreaves privately. Disperse." Sir James shot Colin a pointed look and left the room. When she heard the doors close, the Queen pushed herself up on the mountain of pillows. "It is too much to be borne. The loss of Lady Churchill." Her voice faded, and she stared out the windows. A lady of the bedchamber for nearly 50 years, Lady Jane had long been one of the Queen's closest confidants. Keenly aware that learning of her death on Christmas Day less than a month ago would come as a tragic blow to the already ailing monarch, Sir James had done his best to deliver the news gradually, trying to shield Her Majesty from suffering the shock all at once. "It was devastating to lose her," Colin said. "I know she was a dear friend." "That is of no significance now," she said. "No death matters but that of Albert." Her eyes clouded. She raised a hand, its skin yellowing and dry. "Nothing has been right since then, and now I am left to summon you and demand a service that only you can provide." "Of course, ma'am, whatever you need." He shifted on his feet, wishing he'd been able to speak to the doctor before seeing the Queen so that he might better understand her condition. "Take this, and do as it says." She pulled an envelope from under her pillow and handed it to him. "All will be clear in time. We need you for this. There can be no one else. I had 5 others during my reign, but he will need no one save you. He's never been so strong as I." She dropped back onto the pillows, the effort of holding up her head too much. "I shall not see you again, Mr. Hargreaves, but I have always valued your service above all others, and thank you for your devotion to the Crown." She lifted her hand again, holding it up as if to be kissed, but lowered it almost at once. "Tell no one of this meeting, of what we have discussed. Discretion is of the utmost importance, as you shall know when you read my note. Albert would concur, and will, I am sure."